Hello, all of my fantastic, wonderful, and amazing Viking friends out there. Well, I have so much keep. My dog's huffing at me. What, baby? I know it's super hot. Do you want to go outside in the blazing heat? It is hot. And if you're wondering why I haven't been outside to record any of my videos in my wonderful studio outside, it's because it is hot, boiling hot, and I can't even start a fire because it has been so dry and we've had barely any snow. So, because of that, I decided that I don't want to burn down the entire forest. I'm just going to stick with my house and just if I burn down my house, I burn down my house. Anyway, but let's go back to the kefir thing. I've made so much kefir in the last 2 weeks I could barely keep up with it. But here's the crazy part. I'm going on a trip. I'm going on a trip down to Texas and around to Louisiana. New Orleans, actually. I've never been to New Orleans, so I'm kind of excited. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to have to do something with my kefir because it got crazy. So, anyway, without further ado, I should stop talking and let's just get started.
Distant shadows on the water, war cry erupts, steel clash sounding hotter. Viking drums pound, heartbeats quicken in the night. Call of the ravens, signal for the fight. It's the swing, this marching, roll retreat. Thundering steps, war drums, say heavy beat. Blood on the field, rolling from the bow. Stories told, the firelight, legends growing old. Ravens calling for that transcend. Drums of war, detail no place to pretend.
Well, I grabbed, and I know this is going to be like dirty keto carnivore. It's not even carnivore when you add stuff like this. It's more ketovore, dirty ketovore. Jello cheesecake. You could also make cheesecake, but here's a question. Can you whip it? So, in my test kitchen, you are here testing this out with me. I don't know. I've never done this before. So this is a first time for everybody, really. I don't think is there any whipped kefir in the internet right now? Or am I the only crazy person out there that's doing it? I don't know. I'm going to take the kefir cream cheese. Call it cream cheese. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm gonna take I don't know how much that is. That is how much is that? About a cup. We'll say a cup. I have the worst luck whipping stuff. Either the environment's too hot, because it's hot in my house right now. Hot bowls, hot pans, half and half whipping cream. We'll see. It's whipping! Get a look at this! That, my friends, is whipped kefir. Yes, that is. I am super happy about this. Oh my gosh, I am super happy about this. This is exciting. It doubled in volume. Who would have thought whipping kefir? Ah, brand new thing. Brand new thing here, guys. Brand new thing. I'm super excited about this. Okay. I split it in half. And the reason why is because I'm going to make cheesecake the traditional way. Now, kefir has live bacteria and live cultures in there. It's a living organism, we'll put it that way. And probably not now. I beat the holy living out of them. But besides that, I am going to make two versions. The first version I am going to use this zero sugar cheesecake. This is going to be 100% a dirty kind of dessert. And I want something that I can carry with the ingredients with and make while I'm in Louisiana, because I want simple things that I could have. Everybody keeps on commenting about the food. The food is amazing there. Try the food, try the food. I don't know what I can eat in Louisiana. If anything, I know probably crayfish. I could probably eat. Yeah, I could eat crayfish. I can't eat any of the other stuff that they would put on the crayfish. Gumbo, jambalaya. I can't eat all that because that has a lot of carbs and rice and all the other stuff. If I were to take is it the jambalaya that has a sausage? But even sausage is dirty. So I have to be really careful. Actually, I have to be really, really careful about that. Okay, so I am going to add, well, I'm just using half the batch, so I'm going to use half here. Yep. My dog's still huffing. It's boiling hot outside. I think, I don't know. I think it might even be 30 degrees Celsius out there. Hold on, let me check. Echo, what is the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 84 degrees.
77 degrees Fahrenheit. Echo, what is 77 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
77 degrees Fahrenheit is 25 degrees Celsius.
Oh, it's getting there. 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's just going to get hotter. And I know, everybody out there is probably like, I live in 90-degree weather. This is nothing. 77 degrees is nothing. For me, who likes the snow, who likes 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 77 degrees is pretty hot for me. So, yeah. Okay, so that would be the dirty, lazy way of making Kefir cheesecake. Is it carnivore? No, not really. It's a dirty ketovore. Yeah. I mean, the lines get skewed. I mean, who's counting, right? Okay. Now, the traditional way, you're going to kill, see, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. You're going to kill all of the good stuff that's in here. So if you don't care, you could do this 100%. And what we're going to do, and my air fryer is not here. So I'm not going to be able to use my air fryer today because my air fryer is being used for other things. But I'm going to take 2 small dishes here, just glass, and I'm going to bake them in the oven. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so hot in this house. I am not ready for that. I'm not sure if I should put 1 egg or just egg whites or 2 egg. I'm not sure what I should do. Hold on, let me think about this. Hold on. I guess well, when in Rome, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, I have dirty mixing. These poor guys, they have been through, this is a relic. This has been in my family for over 30 years. So I'm maybe 25 years. It's a relic. I'm going to put the eggs in here, probably only the egg whites, and then whip them up. I don't know, that would require me cleaning. I don't clean very well when I'm doing all this stuff. Okay, let me clean. Hold on. My goodness. We are going to put 2 egg whites in here. Maybe. No, no, hey. And the yolk's in here. That works. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. The second one is always the charm. All right. There. Hold on. Okay. And whip this into shape too. Okay. And I'm just going to combine. Oh, we need a sweetener. Hold on. Okay. You can use protein powder, but you can also use Swerve. Okay. So, Swerve, you can use the sweetener of your choice. This is the first time I've ever made this kind of cheesecake, so you're experimenting with me. So what you see is what you get. You know, there's things. I'm trying to think of what a crust could be. Okay, so one's going to be really carnivore-esque, and one's going to be more keto. I'm going to add pecans, I think. Probably add macadamia nuts too. So one is going to be more pecan-y. Not sure how to smush them all up, I guess. Well, my whole thing is just going to be, yeah, just break them apart. You know, that never happens. You know. I eat more carnivore than keto now anyway. Just because it's a lot healthier in the United States. I know in Europe, they have cleaner food. Asia, they have cleaner food than the United States. We're trying to fix that here. Okay. Good enough, right? Okay. So now that we have our pecan layer, and really honestly, you could use any kind of crust you want, any kind of, I just used pecans because I just had them in the refrigerator or pantry. And I'm going to, should I add the egg whites to the kefir or the kefir to the egg whites? I don't know. But we'll go ahead and just add a little bit of Swerve to the whole thing here. I'm going to add, I don't know, how much is that? Half, oh, 3/4 of a cup. That was not planned. Maybe I should have used a measuring cup. I don't know. Me measure. I don't measure around here. Anyway, so we're going to, you know what? I'm just going to just mix this like so. My goodness.
Also, you're missing your light.
Oh, the light! Technical difficulties. I had a lot of technical difficulties, and so we have been experimenting with stuff. And in the process, the lights, we haven't had the lights on, so that's the light. Yes, it is a lamp. We're on a strict Viking budget around here. until I can steal and pillage and plunder other people's lights. We're forced to use what we got. And here we are with a light. And then maybe the entire kitchen could be lit up. Oh, one more. Hey, there we go. Let there be light. Amazing. Anyway. So if you're joining me now, I had an idea and the light bulb came on. That's where we're at in life here. Okay. We're going to add the whipped egg white into this mixture. Maybe I whipped this too much. I don't know what happened to this whole thing. Okay, you know what? This thing is going to get whipped.
You must whip it. Now whip it. Easy shape. Shape it.
Oh, that actually looks really stinking good. Yeah. Okay, so before I make another mistake, I'm going to probably put butter in these or something. Because if I don't, things are going to stick. So I found out a couple of weeks ago that some butters are not all that they're cracked up to be. So right now I'm getting the Amish Country butter. I've been getting their butter, not sponsored. But, you know, some butters add some really interesting ingredients that isn't 100% carnivore. If we're making this keto, we're going to add a keto dish. Okay. So I usually get birch benders for everybody in my family who is keto. This is actually a really good, and when I cheat, I'll make some pancakes out of this. This is really good. And biscuits. I do make biscuits. Spread that around. Put this here. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of... Ow, that's hot. Add a couple of dollops right here. Like so. Now, I don't know how long to cook these. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Okay. We're gonna in here for 11 more seconds. Okay. And that in there. That in there. Thank you for experimenting with me, because sometimes my experiments come out amazing and sometimes I can kill people with the recipe. This is going to be either a disaster or this is going to be delicious. Yeah. Oh, it was pretty. I'm going to fill this with water. Okay. Put this in here. Yes. Like so. Excuse the microwave. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the egg yolks here. Just one. You guys are not a pair anymore. Really? Okay. Of course I made a mess. Okay. All right. a little bit of birch benders. Not measuring, I'm just gonna a little bit of birch. I'm gonna put a little bit of birch benders in here. This is the keto version here. Mix that around here, like so. And we're gonna microwave this. Okay. Then we're going to put the rest of this in that one. This aside. You have this. I'm going to put this in here. Oh, things are falling out. Things are, doing their thing. Okay. Right here. Okay. Just cleaning the bowl out. Okay. I could tell this is probably going to be really good, but really thick. Okay. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Doesn't look pretty. I'm going to tell you what, that's going to be really good. Ouch, 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 ouch. I got a little hot. What is going on with my hair? Okay. Next is next. Here, we're going to throw this over here. Maybe this is, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So perhaps this is going to be a mess. On the other hand, it might be the most fantastic thing in the world. I don't know. At the end of the day, this should have less than 8 carbs in it, and this should have less than 4 carbs in it, which is perfect. Okay. Does this expand? I don't know. We will find out. Okay. I'm going to pop this into the oven. It's in a little bath, so to speak. I'm going to throw that in the oven. I still have a good portion left. Might have just enough to make a little itty bitty one. Make people feel like they're important or not important. In the oven. Oh my, there's a lot of stuff in the oven. In the oven. Don't know how long that's been in there. For, I don't know. We'll do 450 for 10 minutes. And if it starts burning, well, good luck, right? I'll get it cleaned up and meet you back here in 10 minutes. I have not looked inside the oven yet. I'm kind of afraid. Let's check on them. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. We're going to figure that this is done. Hopefully it's done. It's not done. Well, it's not done. Yeah. They're burnt. Well, I am no expert, but this is burnt. So, my recommendation is not, what was the temperature that I put it on? Scalding hot? Nuclear sun? I don't know. Don't put it on that hot. Probably a little less in temperature. Okay. Should I let that rest and cool? I should. I should let this rest and cool, shouldn't I? Yeah. I'm going to put these in, well, I'm going to let these cool for about 15 minutes and then put these in the refrigerator, and I will see you here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Looks like success. Success comes in all forms, right? Well, how do you hide the burnt part? By using keto whipped cream, of course. Looks kind of interesting. Okay. And you know, I just realized I don't have 3 people here at the house to eat all of these. Okay. So my goal is to go on this trip and make this as simple as possible while I am traveling, because sometimes we need a little bit of sweet stuff in our life, and this could be sweet. And plus I need to take the kefir with me to keep it alive. Okay, this was the Jello kefir, the Jello cheesecake. I went in for seconds, obviously. This would be very easy on a trip. It's really 2 simple ingredients: the cheesecake and the kefir, the whipped kefir. And it's not as fluffy as it could be. It really solidified. I think it would be more dense if I didn't whip the kefir. I was surprised. I was really surprised that kefir whips. Whip and nay. Anyway, you didn't hear me say that. Okay, so this would be the keto. And I made that crust, but I wouldn't use that crust. But I mean, we're going to go for it because I made it in the microwave, and you know. And tastes like a cake. That would be really good. This one would not be as easy to make. I would need an oven or to take a mini air fryer or some way to bake this. And then, of course, again, some way to bake this one too. Now, this one's soft. It tastes like a custard. Oh, but that's good. I don't think it's completely baked through, though. But, oh, my goodness. Forget the cheesecake. Kefir custard. Of course, it needs, well, no, this is butter in it. Oh, that's why. There's butter in it. Oh my goodness. Carnivore, kefir, probably a little less butter in there. Carnivore, kefir, custard. Or would this be flan? I don't know. This is a winner. This one is a winner. A little less butter. This one. I don't know how I am going to make this on the road trip. This one right here. Between the ice cream and I guess this would be a custard. Those 2 desserts, because this one kept its volume. So it was airy and fluffy. This one became more of a bakery item. I'm not sure. A pastry. This one became more of like a Danish pastry or something like that. This one is quick, simple, easy, road-worthy, something that you can take on the road. All you need is the box and the kefir, and take it on the road with you. And then I've showed you in the last video, if you haven't seen the last video, check out the last video on the ice cream and the dips, how to make the kefir keep going, basically. So you just add more milk and then you set it aside and you take off the top and then you add more milk or cream. These are the creamed version. And obviously the creamed version, if you take off the cream off the top and you set it into a different bowl, like I was doing, it makes this beautiful stuff. And then you just whip it up. And by far, the custard one. Forget the cheesecake. If you're going to make anything, make the kefir custard. Does it have the probiotics in there? At that point, you're eating custard, and it's delicious. Well, my friends, thank you so much for all of your help in this whole entire thing. I know you didn't help, you just watched. You just watched and you laughed a little bit, and you know, if I made you laugh, hit subscribe. Why not? It helps out this channel, and it pats me on the back and says, you know what? Pillaging and plundering might be your shtick, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. There's more important things like making custard. I don't know. The cheesecake was pretty easy though. So if I take a whole bunch of kefir and this Jello cheesecake on the trip with me, I might be able to just do that. But this is definitely something that I will serve in the future to all of my guests. That was delicious. Anyway, my friends, just don't burn the top. Just don't burn the top. I'm gonna have to play around with the oven and see where it's at. Lower temperature, maybe 170 degrees Celsius, 325 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. Let it rest and then cool it down, and you'll be fine, because everything, I mean, it was perfect. And less butter, because if you could see all that butter on the bottom there, that's a lot of butter. So perfecting that recipe in the future. And then of course you can make your own whipped, or you can just be lazy and get sugar-free whipped cream. I know all of my friends over there in Europe and Asia, they're like, what's going on with that? Just make your own. Call it good. We're lazy over here in America. And I'm a lazy Viking. That should be my new name, Lazy Viking. I'll go with that. Ligatil. Skål!
Ravens call echo, battle cry crescent, drums of war dictate, no place to pretend. Warriors stand strong, faith in their hands, to saga ends, we conquer these lands.
Testing. My goodness. Holy moly. This is going insane. That was clean? Okay. This is ridiculous. Look at all this. Interesting. I'm going to grab my bowls here. Ah, stay. Hey, look, butter. So I found out. Oh, I'm gonna crinkle. Hold on. Crinkling, crinkling, crinkling. Try not to crinkle. Okay. Yeah. Come check this out. Okay, fine. Don't check it out. Whew. Ha. Okay, well, you know what? I'll have to check it out. Goodness. Oh, that burnt a little bit. Oh. You didn't see that. Well, I was really messy. I swear I can eat normally. Gosh, savages around here. Do